I wrote this song in 2 stages, beginning in late December 2020 with the initial idea, and then completing it later in May 2021. It was one of the first songs I properly recorded for the album. The One in the Mirror was actually originally intended to be a piano ballad kind of song, but then as I was thinking about the song and its references to the disconnect between performances of self and whatever true version of self existed beneath that performance, I decided it should sound more upbeat and cheerful in the instrumental compared to the lyrics. Almost like the sound of the music itself is trying to counteract or contradict the feelings expressed in the lyrics, as a way of illustrating that disconnect and how hard I fought against it. So I switched to playing around with the song on guitar instead. The One in the Mirror is essentially a song reckoning with the versions of myself that weren't quite true, but which I used as a defense mechanism and kept performing so nobody knew how badly I was really feeling. I couldn't quite face that truth myself at the time. My first year of college was a really isolating experience in more ways than one.
Slipping on a different smile, on a different screen. Am I anything more than who they want to see? I have been so many people, I'm scared to see which one's really me these days.
As a side note, I took online classes for almost my whole first year of college, so it was literally a different smile on a different screen. The One in the Mirror is written about the moment of realization that there was a gaping chasm of difference between my outward and inner selves, recognizing that the self I was around other people did not feel very like me at all. This song was inspired by a moment in the midst of everything when I looked in the mirror and didn't honestly really recognize myself. Something was different. When I was younger, I was always this bright and happy and laughing kid. Somewhere along the way, that stopped being entirely true, but I kept performing that part around other people because I was too fragile beneath that smile to acknowledge it outwardly. Writing this song was an exercise in acknowledging that fragility. Really making this album as a whole was desperately needed in terms of allowing myself the space to be as I really am now, making space to express the heaviness and sadness and insecurities and painful endings just as they were and say everything I hadn't expressed. I have a lot of favorite lyrics from this song, but one of them is,
Throw myself into fiction, find other worlds to live in. I'd rather be anywhere but here, rather be anyone but the one in you.
On the one hand, this lyric is referring to throwing myself into the fictional imaginary world of the ghost town in the making of this album, and on the other, it refers to one of my typical methods of avoidance when I'm in the midst of some chaotic emotional upheaval. Watching so many television shows and movies and reading so many books to fill the space so I don't have to think about it. And books and movies and shows are great, don't get me wrong, but avoiding my feelings doesn't usually end super well for me. Also, I keep getting emotionally attached to shows that are immediately cancelled, which doesn't help either. I see a lot of the songs on the album as pairs telling 2 parts of the same story. This one and In the Quiet go together. I actually considered titling In the Quiet The One in the Quiet originally to highlight this. They tell a story of recognizing performances of self, and then the moments when that performance is no longer necessary, getting to know the true self underneath of that in the quiet. Thanks for watching this video about the stories behind the songs of Ghost Town. Feel free to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more explorations of the world and songs of Ghost Town if you'd like, and comment your thoughts down below. Ghost Town is available on Bandcamp, on Spotify, right here on YouTube, and basically anywhere else you listen to music. Links are in the description.